guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. Today is part 3 of my cleaning series at the moment. Today we're going to tackle the living room. Please mind that I'm in the same stuff as the previous video. I'm doing it on the same day, if that makes sense. That's why I'm in the same outfits. I'm just working my way in here now. It is a bit of a mess, I'm not going to lie to you. There's just stuff everywhere. So I'll come show you. This is what we're working with. It's not too bad, but it's messy. So let's get stuck straight in. So guys, I start by clearing most of the rubbish up. Here I'm just taking the top layer of my lint rolling thing off. Just move some letters and bits and bobs. I then obviously carry on moving the rubbish. I didn't realise how much rubbish was actually in here, to be fair, because it looks like mostly just stuff. Here I am just moving more of it, sorting pillows out. I then took all that stuff upstairs then, because it was like a dressing gown and scales and stuff. Don't ask me why one of my garden chairs is in my living room. Ben decides to bring chairs in randomly. He did get ages ago now some fold out collapsible ones, but you know, it is what it is. Just taking some more stuff into the passageway, ready for take upstairs, and more stuff for put into the kitchen, well, the cupboard where my coats go. I then come back in and start sorting the rest of these toys out. Oh, and I'll show you these. So these are called glowworms, and I don't know if anyone remembers them, but they're basically a very, very old sort of baby toy, and I managed to get all of them for Skylar when she was a baby, but she still keeps them now and she calls them a baby. So here's me just sorting some stuff out because I'm going to get ready to do the sofa in a minute. I like doing that. I feel like it helps get any dust or whatever out your pillows, like by smacking them together. And then I give me sofa a good whacking. There we go. Shake anything like dust or whatever off there, because, you know, I'm one of them people that I can't stand dust. I don't know if I've told people before, but I have an allergy to dust mites. So any sort of dust anywhere, doing things like that doesn't help me, don't get me wrong. But I prefer to do that and then be able to hoover up and tidy everywhere rather than it's just sort of stick on a blanket, if that makes sense. Just giving this sofa a bit of a quick wipe over now. I'm just folding the blanket over. I don't know why, I only like it on the top part of the sofa. I find that if it's on the bottom, it sort of stresses me out, so we only do a top part of the sofa with me blanket. And I know that it's Grogu, so stop judging me. I know I'm not a child, okay? But it's getting there. There's my sofa done. Just pulling back my curtains and then sorting some bits out. Looks like I'm just marching around, doing a little stomp around. I have still got like coronation flags up on my picture frames at this point, because it wasn't long after the coronation that I did this video, but it's only taken me to sort it out. That's one of them bath bombs that the lady from Snap and Sizzle gave me for Skylar Grace. So that's a pony bath bomb, which you've already seen by now. There's Skylar's narwhal chair. She's had that a fair while now, it's battered, but she enjoys it. Here's me hoovering, my favourite part. People always comment on how much I hoover. You won't see me off camera, I'm just as bad for it. So guys, here I am just carrying on hoovering. And then I do get round to actually pulling the sofa out. Here we go. And yes, my pillows do say Merry Christmas and Believe on them. I just turn them round all year because I still like the colour of them. Here I'm just picking up bits and bobs behind the sofa, like toys or whatever that have gone behind that don't need to go in the bin. as I'm showing you there. And here I am again, hoovering all behind. I proper go to town on the hoovering on this bit, as you can tell. I do stop in a minute so I can pull a folding over table up. So there we go. I did have to cut a chunk out because it was taking forever. Like, it does quite a lot of hoovering, and that was even with it being sped up. Here I am just mopping behind the sofa, and then I will come out and push it back in a minute. I like making sure that every nook and cranny is tidy and spotless. As you know, with kids it's sort of hard to do that, but when I do get a chance to, I proper go to town. Here we go, I'm going to push it back now. As you can see, you know, a bit of a struggle, but we got there in the end. Just laughing at myself, like doing a little wiggle at the end of it. So I'm just well, I looked disgusted there at whatever that was, didn't I? If you can hear in my chest, as I'm editing this, because I have sort of edited it before and now I'm re-editing it, and I've currently got a bit of a cold, so please bear with me. As you can see, my famous hoover's out again. You know what, I'm not even going to say sorry. Like, I just love my hoover. And I've disappeared. Oh, I'm back. There we go, sorting rubbish out. Chuck it on the floor. So after I sort that rubbish out, I then go and get the ottoman to pull that back through. However, I do just give it a quick mop over before I put it back, as you can see. Then put my pillow on top. I always like a little pillow there. I like a bit of an armrest. It has since been moved now, so it's not even there anymore. I've just pulled my daughter's Ice Princess mirror out. As you can see behind, it's obviously needs a hoover. Obviously, I've stopped hoovering now, as you can see. I completely trash it so I can make it better, because that's the way of life, isn't it? Things get worse before they get better. No, I always make sure that I strip it down to the bare bones so I can give it a full wipe over, a good clean, and make sure any toys that are in the wrong place end up in the right place. As you can see by me trying to get in every nook and cranny, even putting my fingers in there, you know. Any which way possible to get the dirty stuff out. The joys of these kids, eh? As you can see, I'm just still giving it a quick wipe over, and then I'll turn it around in a minute so I can do all the back, because I know it sounds silly, it's alright doing the front, but if you're not doing the back, you know, the dust is still there, the grime's still there, the orange juice from a week ago is still there, so you've got to make sure you do behind, guys. At least I do anyway. Here, as I said to you before, I'll always sort everything out, make sure everything's in the right box. 9 times out of 10, you might keep them in the same order. Doesn't always happen, and you spend about half an hour sorting through every nail varnish, every lipstick, every piece of jewellery she's ever had. You know, the list goes on. I always put these headbands all on the side of a mirror up against the wall. Then just stay there, and then she can just pick and choose which one she wants for that day. So I did actually skip the massive bit because no one needs to see me sitting there for how many minutes organising and sorting through little tiny items. So I put the multi-purpose cleaner back, and then I start tidying up again. This is my rug, just pulling it to one side so I can, guess what? You guessed it, hoover up. Always, I don't know why. Maybe it's my OCD. I never realised until I started making these cleaning vlogs how much I hoover up. It's crazy to think about how much I hoover up. And then even after all this, I'll still hoover up. But anyway, as you can see, I found more bits and bobs. Quick drink, you know, why not? And yeah, I then find my daughter's chair for a Disney. Well, it's not Disney Princess. She calls it Ice Princess mirror, and then she calls it for Elsa Princess mirror. It's not. It's just, I think it's is it Tommy? I think it's just a Tommy mirror, I'll be honest with you. But she really wanted it when she was about 2, and then she's had it ever since. Here's my famous hoovering again. You know, I just give up even trying to explain myself at this point. And here's me sitting on the floor, just sorting some bits and bobs out. As you can see, it's mostly for that bloody mirror. They get everywhere. You know, she just chucks it all around. So guys, I skipped a little bit ahead because I was just messing with all the Ice Princess stuff again and all the stuff for it. Here I'm just taking all the things off the shelf so I can do a good clean over of the shelf. Well, fire surround. And I also take down the flags off the frames after this bit. So as you can see, I just get my antibacterial wipes out of the kitchen. Nothing fancy, just a quick clean round. Here I'm too small to reach, so I'm just using another flag to try and get the other one down. There we go, I finally reached it. And the other one? No? Yeah, I got it. I can't remember what she did with them. But yeah, just so I can clean all over the frames. I hate a dirty frame too. As you've seen, I just hate anything dirty really. This room, before obviously doing it, just gave me anxiety. I'll go work for a couple of days and my fella and child destroy it. I don't know what they do. It's like they get a load of dust in their hand, blow it everywhere, just chuck juices everywhere, chuck everything that they can find, just pour it all in the living room. Honestly, I don't know what they do. But here we are, a nice clean side. I then move on to the fire itself. So obviously I give it a good scrub round, make sure all of the stickiness is all off it. I keep checking in with you. I also scrub the bottom of the surround as well. I always find that the most dust and bits and bobs get there for some reason. I don't know if it's just because Skylar, you know, messing around and stuff. This is just some glass cleaner that I've put on because I always find it makes things more shinier when you use glass cleaner. Personal preference anyway. I then change the camera angle so you can see the rest of the room. As you can see, the other side looks amazing and this now looks like a bomb's hit it. So obviously I must do the most famous thing, which is hoover some more. I do apologise, you know, I'm surprised my laminate flooring's not bald. Oh, I get the mop out. That's a change of scenery. I think I'm doing all this so I can put the rug back down so that I can tidy the other side and then, if that makes sense. Yeah, here we go. Oh, that was a view and a half, wasn't it? Oh dear. Do apologise. So now that the rug is mostly down, all I do is pull it, make sure that pieces go where they're supposed to go, give it a good hoover over. That poor narwhal chair in corner, look how deflated he looks. It's a good job she's just had that Barbie chair because that one's now gone. As you can see, he's got all stains over him, he's ripped open. Bless him. Poor narwhal. Just make sure I give everywhere a good hoover again, as you can see. I jumped ahead a little bit because I basically just sort of stood there wondering where to go next. That's a hula hoop that should be outside, but you know, kids bring outside toys in and inside toys out. That's Skylar's Disney Princess Castle. The pointer finger of the witch is on top is from when she went to see Manchester City Women. Here I am now just pulling out all the toys. As you can see, she has a fair few toys. This girl doesn't go without, I can assure you of that. It takes so long to sort all of her toys out. And if you go through the cupboards, honestly, she's one of them kids as well that hoards. So even if you know that it's time to give it up, she still wants to keep it for her babies, which are dollies. So these ones are the shadow, rainbow high, shadow high sort of dolls. Putting a guitar back. And as you can see, it's just a massive pile of stuff that needs organising properly. You tell Scarlett to tidy up and she just chucks it all into one box and magical fairies come and clean it all up, as you can see. Twinkle, twinkle. She's so nearly done putting all these toys back now, as you can see. Basically just making sure that they go back in the right places, really. So I then move on to the castle after most of that stuff's away. Bringing everything off it so I can give it a good spray down and a good wipe over. I disappeared a cloth from the kitchen because I keep my cloths and that in there. And as you can see, I'm just wiping it all over, making sure that everywhere's dust free, all tidy, no sticky residue. You know what kids are like. Making sure all the bottom bit's done. I always find that the bottom on houses is the worst place because it just collects dusts. So we've now put the castle back anyway, making sure everything's still clean, having another wipe over. You know what I'm like, guys. Wiping over the floor, making sure that that's all done. And now I start moving on to actually putting the toys back into the cupboard. Before you judge, yes, the cupboards do need sorting out, but like I've said to you, she's got that many toys. You know, it's just impossible. I mean, luckily, that unicorn box that you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, that has gone now. My living room has had a complete revamp since this video. This video is probably about, well, the coronation was in May, so it'll be a little bit after that, and we are now July, so we're nearly August. So, you know, please bear that in mind. But yeah, all these toys will then go away. I'll do another little hoover because, you know, it's not a cleaning video without a hoover, is it? So I've finished hoovering, as you can see. I now attempt to clean down this side. Don't judge me. I know that it looks like I'm just dumping one thing from another side. I'm not. It just takes time to organise where things are going because although everything's got its place, people don't put it back in the place. Here I'm just doing a little bit of a clean over the tally. I always find that tallies are the worst to clean because no matter how much you scrub them, no matter how much you clean them, there's still at least a line somewhere on there. But, yeah, you can see my little face there. I've had enough now. So I'm back now, guys, and clearing more of that unit off. As you can see, half of it's on the floor, on the side, everywhere else. I've even got washing powder on the side. Loads of drawings that won't fit in the drawer, you know. So I did just skip it a little bit because it was mainly just me putting toys away in boxes. But now that I've done that, I then spray the side down with the glass cleaner again. And I go over all the side with a fresh cloth. I specified it was a fresh cloth because you saw me using another one in a different video. And I'm one of them that as soon as some dust is on my cloth, I have to change it. But this is why I buy the ones from like Aldi and that, because I do find the white cloths, for instance, just chuck them in with your whites, you know, get them up lovely, beautiful. The microfiber ones, chuck them in with your coloured washing, you know. There's all these options that you have there where rather than, you know, wasting paper towel or whatever, you could just use something as simple as that. Oh my god, here I am with my bloody hoover again. Honestly, I think I'd just marry me hoover if I could, because quite clearly I'm that obsessed with it. Here we go, put it back for a little bit of a pit stop. And, oh, there we go, I closed the door. Just moving this horsey outside, because that is an outside toy that she keeps bringing inside. And the reason it's an outside toy is because she doesn't realise that it's got two ends to it. And, you know, picture frames, tellies, everything else comes off. Here I am just sorting out my side. Like I said to you earlier, my living room it's not massively changed, but I have had another deep clean since this video, in which where the Disney Princess Castle now, there's a bookshelf. That unicorn thing isn't there anymore. The side there isn't as tatty and cluttered because I've moved everything onto my shelf, you know. But yeah, as you can see, I just want to do a bit of a clean round, clean the picture frames, clean all the side, and then back to putting more stuff into the drawers. I then pull out a Paw Patrol tower, give it all a good spray over. Again, using my cloth, just going around all the dust and everything, all the grime. And just making sure it's really, really tidy for when she next plays with it. I did just skip it a little. As you can see, I'm now done. But basically, there's so many nooks and crannies and crevices that, you know, you just never do it all. I now got the Hoover out, and as you can see, my Hoover just does collapse. So if I'm sitting down, I can just pull both of the end bits off and just hoover around like that, which is so convenient when you've got like little nooks and crannies and you're sitting on the floor trying to tidy up, you know. And you know me, I love a Hoover. But yeah, so now I just go to put all the stuff back after I mop. I didn't realise that I was mopping straight away, but at least you know I'm clean, guys. I do put all this stuff back. I go for keep the unicorn box, and I didn't realise, but it must be in this video where I actually get rid of it. That I've just taken in the kitchen was a wubble bubble ball, and basically Skylar popped it, but she wanted to keep reinflating it, but it just didn't happen. So I put it in the bin while she was at school because it was popped, you know. Here I am just moving the last final bits here and there to where they should be. I'm putting stuff there to move into other rooms, as you can see. Then bloody flags again. I'm pretty sure I have taken down the bunting off the window at this point. I'm not too sure though, because I can't see, if that makes sense. But yeah, here I am, like, look, taking it all down. That's why I'm climbing in the window. Look, there we go. I was right. But anyway, moved my pussy willow into another section of the house. Well, on my fireplace. Just while I'm sorting all this stuff out and organising. And yeah, just moving the last few bits and pieces before I do sit down with this box. Like I said, you can see it in the bottom right hand corner if you do have a look. It's just there, but it won't be there for much longer. So I've finished with them pieces. I'm now onto this box. As you can see, you'll see me starting to unpack the box. Like so. And then I do get a little bit frustrated. I mean, they've always been there, the car mat, so that's not really an issue. Like I said, I was keeping all this stuff in there. But then at last minute, I did decide, do you know what? It looks so cluttered, untidy. I might as well just go out my way and get rid of it. So guys, I'm finally finished. Please excuse these marks there. Nail varnish from Skylar. I can't remember why there's a dent there. And the flooring does need replacing completely. But you know, when you've got a 5-year-old child that just destroys everything, there's no point. Sorry, I'm still a bit chesty and out of breath. Anyway, so yeah, I've done all the sofa. I've wiped it all down. Got behind the sofa, pulled everything out apart from that unit there, but that's been pulled out recently when I told you that we had the ant issue. So I know that that's all right. I've sorted out some of the toys. I've completely hoovered and everything, the rug. I've had all the Ice Princess mirror out. Please excuse that, that's just stuff I've got put away from out here, if that makes sense. All that's been sorted through. I need to try and find a place for that dollhouse because it's driving me up the wall, I'll be honest with you. And yeah, it's all clean and tidy. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Hope you've all had a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.